How fast is pickleball growing?
I've never seen a sport grow at the pace of this sport. It's so much fun to play, and you get to play with a wide variety of people and have the best time. This is an absolutely exponential growth. It's unbelievable.
And so, Wes, what led to the idea of taking over old, sometimes dilapidated, sometimes vacant mall space and turning them into pickleball courts?
So it's kind of twofold. One of which is in residential areas, there is a noise problem, and then there's a lack of courts in the U.S. Right now in America, for every 270 pickleball players, there's one pickleball court. It's just a huge huge gap in supply and demand. The other aspect of this is malls need something to bring people in. They need entertainment concepts that are going to bring in people from a larger market trade area. And that's ultimately where it came from.
So, Steve, how many of these facilities are you operating now, and how many do you plan to have, let's say, 3 years down the road?
We are literally having a grand opening Saturday here in Tempe, Arizona, at Picklemall, Arizona. That's our very first. We hope to have 7 or 8 open by the end of this year, and 30 or 40 by the end of next year, depending on how fast I can get Wes to get that done. And even with that, we will not be meeting the demand. The demand is absolutely massive. We have a great partner in Simon Properties, the biggest mall owner and developer in America, and I think they value what we're bringing to the mall. We're bringing experiential, which means that it's bringing new people to the shopping mall.
So, West, what do you think? Let me ask you this. Where in the malls do these courts go? Do they go into old Saks Fifth Avenue stores or Bed Bath & Beyonds or what?
Exactly. So actually, this store originally was a JCPenney's that went out and then transitioned to an at-home, and it's been sitting vacant for 6 years. So it's 104,000 square feet that have just been sitting vacant in this mall, not bringing in any traffic.
I've played a little pickleball, Steve, and I must say I enjoy it because it's about my speed. I don't have to run as far. I don't have to run as far as I would on a tennis court. I think it is an easier game to play, for example, than tennis or paddleball.
I agree with that. And here's another thing. In an hour of pickleball, you hit the ball 10 times as much as you do an hour of tennis. And look, to tennis people, I love tennis. I like to play. I like to watch it. But pickleball, for a lot of people, is a really fun thing because you get to hit the ball so much. That's joyous in and of itself. But you also get better quicker because you're hitting the ball a lot.
So gentlemen, I have to confess, I tore my Achilles tendon last spring, not playing pickleball, but when I went to my doctor to have it repaired in surgery, I asked him, as I often do, how's business? He said, the best thing for my business in the last 2 years has been pickleball.
Here's what I would say to that, is that there's been some stories about pickleball causing a wave of injuries. What I would say is the reason that's happening is because we have, tens of millions of people having fun, getting out and exercising. The health benefits are vastly, vastly higher than any health costs. So I find those stories a little silly, to be honest. But
if you have led a sedentary life and you're going out, and pickleball involves a lot of bending and reaching and putting, maybe unfamiliar pressure on your knees and quick movements on the Achilles, you can see where if you're not accustomed to it, you might pop a knee every now and then.
It's definitely a possibility. Yeah. But that's what exercise is.
That's what exercise is. Sure, you can run and
I remember the CrossFit getting the same treatment. I think pickleball is making people joyous, making people's life much more fun. They're getting exercise. I think that story.
I think I inflamed my Achilles tendon playing golf, of all things, just walking around. So I mean, I don't blame pickleball for it at all. Cal?
Wes, and I would just observe, by the way, this, my husband's having a harder time finding tennis partners because everyone's playing paddle and pickle, and the next generation, they're all doing these sports instead of tennis. And anyway, just as kind of a side note, so Wes, one thing I do appreciate is having more stuff to do at a mall. How many more malls do you envision yourself being? And you're in an old Stamford, Connecticut mall where it's, they've had a lot of new stuff like this. How many more malls and locations do you expect to have? And by the way, how much does it cost to play?
Yeah, so right now we're hoping to have at least 50 locations after year 2. And then for a cost to play, we have a membership option that's $99 a month here in Tempe, Arizona. And then for our drop-in rates, it's $8 to $10 per person per hour. So it's accessible to all income levels and demographics.
I thought you were going to say $99 a year. Wow. All right. How often do people come on the monthly membership?
Right now, we just opened up our monthly memberships on Monday afternoon, and we've already had 60 memberships.
Wow.
And we'll play. Pickleball people will play every day.
They do play every day. They do tend to play. They get hooked. They get really addicted to it.